and welcome back to Fix the Family. My name is Raylan Alamo. We are bringing you truth without compromise for the family. This is Decadence Alive, talking about the immoral evils that we find ourselves in the midst of and the way you can bring the Catholic fix to those around you. In this segment, we're talking about human respect and how can that possibly be an evil? But it is. And it's another one of those very deceptive little things that the devil does. And you know, we all want to be popular. We all want to be liked. We all want to get along with everybody, be a good friend, be a good pal. But what exactly does that mean? I'd like to actually go over to a reference from a modern day cleric. It would be Monsignor Charles Pope in the Archdiocese of Washington. And he has on his blog an article about human respect. And he understands how this is a sin. He looks at it and he says, at one level, human respect seems a good thing. After all, we ought to respect, honor, and appreciate one another. What then is meant by the sin of human respect? At its core, the sin of human respect is that sin wherein we fear man more than we fear God. We fear man more than we fear God. Where we are more concerned with what people think of us and what we do than what God thinks. This is an unholy fear, a sinful fear, which is at the root of a lot of sins we commit, as well as many sins of omission. So, chock full of teaching there from the good Monsignor up north, but in a nutshell, there it is. You know, we have to love God first and foremost, and then love our neighbor. And so then we have to love our neighbor enough to want the best for their soul, even if they might have to make sacrifices in this life for the betterment of their soul, even if they might have to suffer a little bit, even if they might have to go through maybe some loneliness or isolation. You know, because there's so many things, again, that are being accepted in our society as just being normal. The evils and immorality that's just accepted, and laws being changed just to accommodate those evils. But what we as Catholics bring as a fix to that situation is that we can shine a light of truth out of care and compassion and sincere, genuine love for neighbor. Not just wanting to be liked, not just wanting to get along, but sincere and genuine love for our neighbor, to share with them the truth whenever they might be in a sinful situation, be in a situation that is detrimental to their soul. They could suffer for eternity in hell. And what we have to understand about human nature is that people can be influenced. There was a motivator who said, 5 years from now, you'll be the same, except for the books you read and the people you associate with. This tells us that we can all be influenced. So that means we need to be careful who we hang around. But it also tells us that everybody can be influenced. So if we can get around somebody, we have the opportunity to change that person, to influence that person for the better, for the good of their soul, for the real betterment of that person. Now you might be thinking, well, you mean, how could I possibly change that person? How could I influence that person? That's where humility comes in. Because sometimes we don't even know. Sometimes we just need to show up. Sometimes we just need to be there. We're not even prepared to know what we're about to get into. But we are there. If we're in a state of grace, we carry a certain amount of power with us to be able to bring light to a situation, to bring goodness, to bring holiness, to pull somebody up out of the ditch or out of the mud, out of the mire, and be the person that can bring that person to God. He uses us. We become His instruments. We become tools in His hands. That's humility, and that's being used by God. That's the Catholic fix for human respect. This has been Decadence Alive. Come back and see us here at Fix the Family. My name is Raylan Alamo. God bless you.